What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Junior Mountfit coming back to you with another video. So we gotta talk about what happened on Friday Night Smackdown, and this was a fantastic show, very energetic and whatnot. And throughout the duration of the show, we had some Money in the Bank qualifying matches and championship match for the women's championship with Nia taking on Tiffany Stratton and all that. So there's some interesting things I want to talk about, and we did have some matches that's getting confirmed for Saturday night main event next Saturday that I'm definitely looking forward to and want to talk about as well. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. So we had Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb, or should I call him JC Mateo, kicking off Friday Night Smackdown. So Solo gets into the ring, got the mic, he has the mic, and proceeds to say that Jacob Fatu was able to retain his U.S. championship because of JC Mateo, being there to help out. And he basically go on to say, Roman was to blame for all of this happening and whatnot ever since he lost to Cody Rhodes and took the hiatus and, pulling away on the show on my shoulders and all. Like, this was his fault. And he said he's going to fix all that by winning the qualifying match later on tonight when he takes on Ray Phoenix and Jimmy. So as it's happening, he started using all the solo Jacob Fatu catchphrases. So he was saying that he gonna line all them up, he's gonna take them down, talking about he's all gas, no brakes and all. And as he's saying that right there, instantly Jacob Fatu grabs the mic and let it be known, like, I told y'all that I was gonna run things my way and that I was going to dominate that fatal four-way match, and I need y'all help. And he pretty much saying, let him know, like, I didn't need y'all to begin with. I know I can do this without y'all, and I did that. Then he's talking about how, when it came down to them, he handled business and ran through them and all. And we're saying that he's all gas, no brakes, yada yada. I mean, and as he's saying that, you see Solo picks up his mic and says, yada. I mean, like, piggyback off of what Jacob's saying. And he said, I get all that, Jacob. And I want to let you know, like, we riding with you and all. And I already told you plenty of times, like, I love you, Jacob. And he said, I remember a couple of times ago, a couple of like months ago, whatever the case may be, he used to say the same thing. And do you remember? Of course, Jacob Fatu gonna say, I love you, Solo. And Solo was not feeling that, especially at that tone right there, because he know how aggressive with authority he would say those words. So he's telling Jacob Fatu, like, nah, like that's not good enough. I know you do way better than that. You done better than that. And he was trying to like really like get it out of him to, say like he really meant it. And Jay was just quiet. So you see Solo keep pressing on about it. And it's gotten like to the point where Jacob even took his glasses off, took his shades off, and was looking straight in the face. And before he was saying anything, LA Night music hits. Now everybody think he's coming like towards gorilla position. He comes up behind, grabs JC, goes on an attack. Then he gets to Solo, and then but he got JC on an attack, and then he left. So as that happening, they cut backstage and all, and this is what drew my attention too. Before I get into that, let me just say this. It's only going to be a matter of time before Solo and JC goes on the attack on Jacob Fatu. I made that very, very clear. It's bound to happen. We don't know when, but they're planting the seeds, and I'm all for it. I'm like, Jacob needs to go on his own. He's already a made man now. So I'm interested. I can't wait. So there's that. So now I can get into what I was about to say. So backstage, we saw Nia Jax talking to Byron Saxon, and as she's talking, and trying to let her know what her objective is, for her championship match against Tiffany Stratton later on in the show. But as it was happening, you see Naomi like in the back, just standing there menacingly. I had to bring that up, but she just has a straight face, not saying anything, just standing. And I'm like, is she going to attack Nia or whatever the case may be? Who knows? But let it be known that that was going to be a focal point throughout the show. So there's that. We did get a tag team match for Axiom taking on DIY, which I didn't really care for that much. But DIY ended up winning the match, and now we're gonna take on the Street Profits for the tag team championships next Friday. So that was gonna be good and all. And then we had our first qualifying match, a triple threat. Chelsea Green taking on Michin and Alexa Bliss. And it's very solid, but I kind of knew who was going to win that match. If you really look at it, Michin, don't make sense for her to be in a Money in the Bank match. And Chelsea Green, in this standpoint, definitely don't make any sense because she still kind of like got her eyes on getting her Women's United States Championship back from Zelina Vega. So the only person that made sense in this and definitely needed this win right here was Alexa Bliss. So I think this was the right call for her to be in there. So of course she came out there with the victory and all. So that was good to start. The qualifying match. Then there's something I want to talk about that really drew my attention, and that was R-Truth having to sit down with Wade Barrett. And pretty much Wade Barrett is recapping everything that happened at Backlash, talking about, when John Cena pretty much attitude adjustment him onto the press conference table. And Wade Barrett is pretty much saying, like, how do you feel overall about that? And you hear R-Truth pretty much saying, about John Cena and, his meanings when he brings up, never give up. If you feel like that's happening, it's all about like your time is up, the time is now. Like pretty much breaking down the things that John Cena would say on a regular. Then he brings up hustle, loyalty, respect. So as he's saying that, and he's still in the sense of holding on hope that his brother, like somebody he really look up to as his childhood hero, John Cena, he's still like a good person inside. So Wade Barrett brings up about like, do you hear yourself when you talk? Because clearly that's not exactly what happened at Backlash, and you pretty much got destroyed and whatnot. So Truth brings up about Cena and was saying that, he's still a good person at heart. Like the Cena I know, that's not the Cena that, who I look at as a childhood hero who, played a huge role in my life. And was bringing up that he said life is tough, but regardless of what's going on in the world, you could always depend on John Cena. But he said this time around, like, I don't know who he is, and I'm going to challenge him to a match at Saturday Night Main Event. And I'm going to beat some sense out of this Cena that we have right now so we can get back to old one. So this is just R-Truth alone, just calling him out for a match. And I'm excited. I'm like, this side of Truth who doesn't sound delusional and actually is looking to, make his presence felt and really showcase how much like Cena means to him. But if he has to go that next level, he would. and I'm here for it. Let's call it what it is. Cena is definitely going to pack him up, but I definitely want to see how R-Truth really responds, in that realm. We definitely got to see this type of R-Truth because we always know, like, he's just a comedic type. Like, he's a national treasure and whatnot when it comes down to being a comedian. But when it comes down to in-ring shit, I want to really see him tap in to the 2011 Truth. When he had that heel run and all that, I want to see that R-Truth come out. I doubt it, but I will be surprised if it happens. So there was that, but I definitely looking forward to that match at Saturday Night Main Event. Then they got confirmed that Julia is official member on the Smackdown roster, and we found that out when backstage when Nicole was with Charlotte and whatnot. So that pretty much got confirmed, and definitely looking forward to that. And when we get to Damian Priest, he has this promo package, and in it, pretty much describing about his rivalry with Drew McIntyre, and says that this has to come to an end, and confirmed the match of him and Drew will be locked in a steel cage at Saturday Night Main Event, and we're saying this time, like, it's going to be over between us. So I'm like, okay, this is looking good. Now I'm excited for this, and it's going to really, really ramp up. So those two and the way they crash out, sign me up. Sign me up for that. So I cannot wait. Then we had Drew McIntyre, who came out there, and it looked like he was in his ring gear. Like, I'm thinking he about to compete, but no, he just came out there to address Damian Priest and what he had to say. So he brings up about Priest's promo package and says, this back and forth between us is like, it's getting annoying now. And he's saying that how Damian Priest is jealous of me, low key, like he wants to be me and all. And, mentioning about, yeah, this does have to come to an end. Instead of the steel cage match, that one of us is going to leave, but then the other one is going to be leaving on a stretcher. So I definitely expect some carnage to happen. I hope we get color in this. I think, like, for this type of feud, yet again, just like in the CM Punk feud, we got color in that Hell in a Cell match. I really hope in that Steel Cage match, when they do bring some idols in there before that match kicks off, and we get color in there. I feel like this is the perfect fit for those two to have color in. So after he pretty much confirmed that, he leaves out, and solo music hits, because now he about to have his qualifying match, with Rey Fenix and Jimmy Uso. So as it's happening, you see the stare down of Jacob Fatu and him walking past, but they ain't paying no mind, and they proceed to the ring. So we end up having that qualifying match, which was very good too. I'm glad all three of them got to have some offense, throughout the match. And when it looks like Rey Fenix was about to win, he ends up turning around and getting a Samoan spike to the throat to when when Solo covered him for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And now he is the first qualifier for the men's Money in the Bank match. So it's been a while since Solo got the win, and I think it was the right call for him to get it. So there's that. And it was very interesting too. But in the midst of that, we also had LA Knight come to the crowd yet again, attacking JC Matoa. And as that was happening, I forgot to mention that he also interfered in the match, which caused Solo to win. And the Knight come out there, he started brawling with him, and then After he got him out the way, you see Jacob Fatu trying to get in the mix. So he got him out of there. Then Solo, try to, you know, chime in as well. But again, LA Knight got the upper hand. So he grabs a chair, gets it on the announce table, and they surrounded him. Then Nick Aldis comes out and pretty much said, I had enough of this and all. And now you come out here and you still, interfering and stuff like this. And he see the friction between himself and JC. So he decides to say, you know what? Let's JC have his debut match against LA Knight. So we get an impromptu match. And I'm not going to lie. They fucking delivered. JC, I salute you, man. You can go in that ring. Because what I saw there was it caught my attention like that. I love the moonsault he did when I think he did one of these reversal moves on LA Knight, went for the cover, that when he kicked out, he ended up doing a standing moonsault on LA Knight, which I think was very interesting especially for his size. It's very rare to see big men do stuff like that. So I like that. It was another spot too I love. When we got towards the tail end of the match, but you knew that interference was going to be a focal point in this, especially with Jacob Fatu and Solo, being ringside. So it was this move that LA Knight did off the top rope and landed on him. And once he was done and he got back in the ring, it looked like he went to go jump on JC, but he ends up catching him and does this reverse flip slam. It looked crazy. You would have to go check it for yourself. But that looked crazy. And of course, he covered him for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And he got his first win on the main roster. So that was exciting. And I think for a WWE debut, he definitely looked strong, in my opinion. So hopefully they keep that momentum up with him and he starts getting more matches and whatnot, for us to take him serious. So it was already good so far, but hopefully they did continue that trend. So there was that. Very good start. Now before we get into the main event, I'll say Jay Cargill ran into Tiffany Stratton. And, pretty much was saying that after, you handle business with Nia Jax, I got next for that title, and I'm going to do that by winning my Money in the Bank qualifying match and stuff. So as them talking and all that, in the back, you see Naomi just out of nowhere standing there with a straight face, ain't saying nothing. And once Jay Cargill and Tiffany had their interaction and Tiffany left, I thought at that moment right there, we're going to have a situation where Naomi goes on an attack now on her. But that didn't end up happening until later on. So main event comes, Nia Jax taking on Tiffany Stratton. And man, this was a very good fucking match. I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it. Some very good spots in there too. And the chemistry of both Nia and Tiffany, chef kiss. Pretty damn good. And, through the duration of the match, you saw Nia being, dominant and whatnot, as it should have been. And then, of course, Tiffany also got some offense in, which that should have definitely happened as well. So, as it's going on, and we're getting towards the end of the match, this is where things started to pick up a little more. So, we had an interference from Naomi after a kick out. Naomi comes out there, and it like she has a chair, and she was to go and attack Tiffany Stratton, but she's able to, catch onto it. And as that's happening, she striked her, and then Naomi trying to go on attack again. And comes Jay Cargill. So Jay Cargill come in there, and they start the brawling and all. Keep in mind, ref never called for a DQ, so the match is still going. So as it's happening, and you see Tiffany is trying to put Nia away, but Nia gets the upper hand, and she does. When she goes up, it looks like Tiffany Stratton was trying to do a power bomb, But Nia was able to counter that and does the bonsai drop. And the way how she got flattened was similar to what Lana Valkyria suffered during that Queens of the Ring match, when it was hard against Nia Jax. It was felt like the same way, and I thought that was going to be the end of it, especially how that whole thing turned out. But Tiffany ends up kicking out of it, which was shocking. And Nia got fed up, left out of the ring, got the chair, and when the ref was distracted and she goes into the ring, look like she's about to hit her, Tiffany shot and does a drop kick, and the chair bounced off of Nia's face, and little we know, she caught a gash behind her, so her face was a crimson mass. So Tiffany Stratton goes up onto the rope, hit the prettiest moonsault, and cover her for the 1, for the 2, for the 3, and she retains her title. But it's the end part right here where you saw like the blood on Nia's face started pouring down even more. Like, it looks crazy. So I was definitely excited for it. It was definitely good and whatnot. And salute to Nia taking that crazy hit the way she did, because having a gash in your face and while the blood like coming down like profusely, it's a lot. But I definitely salute her for thugging it out and whatnot. And it's good to see color from the women's now, because that makes it makes the moment even more intense and entertaining as well. Like, you gotta love it. But all in all, this was a very, very good show. I enjoyed it. I feel like for the 3-hour mark, they definitely delivered a lot, and definitely looking forward to next week and whatnot. So comment down below, let me know what you think about Friday Night Smackdown, with some good parts in it that you like, and are you excited for Saturday Night Main Event next Saturday? I know I am, and I cannot wait. So you let me know in the comments down below. But make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop content right here on this channel. And I appreciate y'all love and support. Roll to 200 subscribers. Continue to keep God first. Trust the process on anything that you do in life. Your time will come. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.
Game over, yeah!